If you are an interior fit-out contractor relying completely on referrals and tenders, this is your sign to stop that. There's a better and smarter way to land your B2B dream clients, and it's sitting right in your hands. It's on LinkedIn. Before we dive into this episode, I have an announcement to make. We have launched our construction community. It's called the Construction Network. It is for all the construction professionals, construction business owners, every one of you who is somehow related to the construction sector. And by the way, it's a free community. The link is in the description. There's a lot more of things coming from your connections, be it your changing jobs, job opportunities. It can be related to project opportunities, winning your projects, networking. All of it is included, plus your learning elements. The link is in the description below. Join the group now. So let's dive into today's episode. In today's episode, I'm going to be sharing a 90 days roadmap wherein it's going to help you land the right dream clients for your B2B interior fit out projects. So if you're an interior fit out contractor, this episode is for you. And by the way, the method that we are going to share today, it doesn't require you to run ads, or it doesn't require you to do all the cold calling, cold emailing, none of those fluff. This is real conversations, real relationships being built with individuals who are decision makers for your B2B projects through this amazing platform called LinkedIn. So I have divided it into 6 different phases, and let's start with the phase 1. So the phase 1 starts with laying the foundation. Just like our construction projects, we start with the foundations, right? So the same is with your LinkedIn. So of course, this is a very obvious part. You probably know about it already. It is about optimizing your LinkedIn company page profile. So when I say optimizing your company page profile, what are the things that you need to check? This is a quick checklist I'm going to give you. One is the header or the banner that comes on your company page, how creative it is, especially you are an interior fit out contractor. So aesthetics is quite important. The way you present yourself, the way your company brands, because the first impressions are like always the best, right? So make sure when your client or the decision makers for your B2B projects, when they land on your company page, you create that first impression. So it starts from the header, or we call it as the profile banner, and then your high quality visuals. So the posts that you see there, your completed projects, recent projects, everything that is there on your company page on the first look, how much can we find? All of it matters. So make sure you do an audit yourself, putting yourself in the shoes of your client. And how does it look? What's the impression that it is giving away? Again, the about section where you put in the right descriptions that can quickly hook your clients when they're coming in for the very first time onto your LinkedIn company page. Now, the next most important thing is the employees, right? You have a team that sits in your office, probably your project managers, your designers, your architects, your quantity surveyors, the commercial team, your project engineers, your supervisors. All of them, make sure they are all on LinkedIn and connected to your LinkedIn company page, because when I come to your company page, it shows me the number of employees that is connected to your page, and I can actually literally go to the people tab and find your employees there. So if I come to a company profile and see there are 0 employees listed there, I am always having that doubt. Does this company have enough capacity to deliver the kind of projects we are going to give them? So it is important you showcase your team members there so that your credibility is increasing. They know that these kind of individuals are part of your company, who are professionals, who are experts in their own niches. So it's important to make sure your team is there and their personal profiles are connected to your LinkedIn company page. So it's high time you do an audit of your complete LinkedIn presence, your company, the team members, have they all updated their latest work history to your current company page? All these simple things make a huge difference when it comes to the image or the brand message that you are giving out to the people who are visiting your company page. And of course, the minute details like your location, where is your head office situated, what are your major projects, all these things, if they can see it in the first look, that makes a huge difference on your company page. So now let's talk about your teammates, right? Your personal branding for the employees of your company. It starts right from the founder, CEO, general manager, whoever are the top decision makers of your company. Make sure every single one of you have a strong personal brand on LinkedIn, and it is connected to the LinkedIn company page, and not just the CEOs and the C-suite level of your company, but also your core team members. I would say every staff that sits in your office, or all the white collar team members that you have, they need to have updated LinkedIn profile that points to your company page. So that's when I look at your profile, I see the number of employees you have, who is backing up my project. And as a client, when I see it, I know that your employees are capable enough of delivering these projects or not. So this is a very key important point. I see a lot of companies that come to us for their marketing are missing out, and they showcase, most of them, when I go to their LinkedIn company pages, I see one employee, which is the founder, and 0 other team members, which makes me doubt, can this company really deliver that kind of work? Probably they can. It's just that those are not updated online. So it's just make sure you do that, because it's a digital world right now. So before we move on to the phase 2, let's go a little more deeper into these personal brands, including the founder and the CEOs of your company, plus all your key team players. So these are the most important things that you need to take care. They need to have an updated LinkedIn personal profile with a professional looking photo. So a lot of times when we take up the LinkedIn marketing for a lot of the companies, what we do is we start off with a personal branding photo session for the whole team. It's very easy. You just can get a studio to come, or a professional photography company to come over to your office, book them for 2-3 hours, and get everybody's headshots done in a professional manner, and give it to your team to update their LinkedIn profiles. So this changes the image and the brand awareness that creates in the market, right? Because everybody looks professional, so they have to be dressed for their roles, and you just get those photos done. It might look simple, but these small changes are gonna make a huge difference in the long run for your company. And then you can also give the headers, the company branded headers for your team to update, so that on their LinkedIn personal profiles, they can go and update their headers with the current company branding. So when somebody comes and looks at your company page, and when they scroll down to the employees, everybody looks neat, everybody has the same header. It makes a huge difference when you see it that way. Now the next is, of course, updating everybody's profiles. And after that, I want you to identify a few key players, maybe like 3 or 4 of the team members. This can be the founder of the company, or the CEO of the company, the business development manager or business development director, or your sales director, whatever you call them in your company, but you get right, the one who needs to go and get business into your company. So these team, your complete business development team, depending on how many people you have, these people, plus your project directors or project managers, who are the ones running the show, or maybe you call them your operations director or operations manager. Whoever else are the key players who your client is most likely to interact with before the project as well as after the project. Like before the project is mostly on the estimation team or on the business development team, all of them. And after that, the post-contract stage, where it is mostly on the operations side, the project managers, the commercial team, all the heads of this team, at least identify them and make sure they are working on their personal brands as well. So you can give them the right guidance on what sort of brand messaging they need to give out while they start posting. So when I say when they work on their personal branding, all of them need to slowly start posting on their profiles, and it doesn't have to be very complicated. with a lot of AI tools available, things are much easier these days. So to start off with, again, now in this itself, you create two set of people. The ones who are supposed to go and get clients, for them, it's compulsory that they start posting at least 2 to 3 times a week on LinkedIn. And they also start doing outreach from their LinkedIn profiles. So outreach is basically adding more people and talking to them. So I'll come to it as we go into the next phases in the 90 days plan. But the first basic part is you identify this core team who's going to be part of your team in winning those projects. Again, a few more checklists for these team members. Their LinkedIn profile headline, it doesn't have to look like a CV and boring like a CV. Like, it doesn't have to just say business development director. No. Better than that, it can be something like, I'm just going to read out a few points. Like, it can be something like, I help businesses turn empty spaces into brand experiences. Like, it can start with a line that starts with I help. Or it can be, if they want to make it just look very professional itself, it can be like commercial fit. It can be like commercial fit out project manager. And then the next line can be delivering on time, on budget, results since 2014, depending on their experience. So those small changes you can create is going to be the needle movers for your business. Again, they also have a featured section on their profiles wherein they can actually feature your best projects. At least 3 major projects you can feature on your profiles, or if it's a business development head who is the person in question, or the founder or CEO, you can even put your company portfolio as one of the featured sections of their LinkedIn profiles. Okay, so now let's move on to the phase 2. Phase 2 is about identifying your target audience. So list out at least 100 companies who can be your dream clientele. Okay, so how do you do that? Before, you had to do a lot of manual research. Now that you have ChatGPT, you can go and you can tell about your company. I do B2B fit out works. Maybe if you're specialized into F&B, you can talk about that. Or if you're more into commercial office spaces, put whatever are the major categories that you work with. It's all about putting the right prompts in, and you can say, I'm looking for projects mainly in Dubai. Or if you're looking for projects all over UAE, you can say, I'm looking for projects all over UAE, and I want to list out my dream top 10 clients that I can reach out to through LinkedIn. Please do the research and give me the top 100 companies. This will actually give you the list of 100 companies you can start reaching out. It can be developers, it can be your corporate clients, or it can be, depending on whatever categories you have put. If you have put retail units, maybe they might give you the retail clients. So again, it might need a bit more of refining when the outputs come, but you can keep feeding in more detail. So this gives you the list of 100 companies to outreach, and create an Excel sheet. And then your power team within your company, the founder, the business development director, and whoever you have identified as your client winning team, you create this Google Sheet as a shared document. Or if you have a proper CRM system, feed it into the CRM and start the outreach. So once you have created this list of 100 companies, one more step you need to do in this phase is identifying the decision makers of these companies. So you don't necessarily have to, at this phase, you don't need to come up with the name of the person who is a decision maker in these companies, but at least find out who the designation is in these companies, right? It can be their procurement managers or procurement directors, depending on each company, right? Who will be the decision maker? If it's a bigger company, their decision maker might be the procurement department. If it's a smaller companies, it might be their founders themselves. So you need to identify the what kind of designations that you need to reach out. So in your Excel sheet, that becomes the next column, the list of designations in these companies who would be the right connects for you. And now if you are working single-handedly, if you're one person who's going to take care of client winning, then it's going to be your work. But if you are a team of probably 3 people, right, maybe 2 founders, founder and a co-founder, or maybe you have like you are the founder, you have a CEO, and you also have a general manager, or probably you are the general manager, you have a business development head, or probably you have a team of 3 business development people, whatever it is that. So you split this list of 100 among 3 of you or 4 of you, whoever is your client winning team. right? So that each one can focus on those list of companies. And then the next thing that you start doing, we are moving on to the next phase, which is the phase 3. So phase 3 is about the content strategy. Now, if you are into B2B fit out, right? Again, you could probably divide it into 3 sections. Like when you are splitting among the 3 people who are your client winning teams, it can be one person takes out the retail category, one person could take out the office fit out category, and other person maybe could take out the F&B, hospitality fit out category. I'm just giving you an example depending on your company. Or if you're one person dealing with, you can have these 3 categories and have a content creation strategy around it, right? So if you split it among 3 of you, then each one, like the one focusing on F&B is going to start speaking about F&B fit out only. The one who is taken retail, they'll start speaking about retail fit out. Now, if it is going to be one person dealing with all the 3 categories, you can probably create like your content calendar. Mondays, I'm going to post about F&B fit out projects. Wednesdays, I'm going to post about retail projects. Fridays, I'm going to post about office fit out, whatever is the category you're putting, right? So what happens is now you have a direction for yourself, what kind of posts to create, right? And it needs, because when you're posting on your personal profile, right, your personal profiles need to be personalized posts. Even if you're using AI, you need to make sure you're refining the prompts as much as possible to give that particular person's tone of voice. Like maybe if 3 people are there in your outreach team, each 3 of them should not look like they're all speaking the same language. All 3 of them should have a different tone of voice depending on their personality. Whatever is that individual, one person might be a very serious tone, one person might be more of an entertaining tone, depending on their experience, their character as a person, basically, right? Because when somebody is reading it from their network, they should really feel like that person itself has written it. That's the whole idea behind it. And then, so that's a content strategy. And the same strategy, similar strategy you can create for your company profile as well. Company profile, maybe you can post probably once a week is also fine, because what I've seen on LinkedIn is company pages has lesser reach compared to personal profiles. So on company page, the posts can be more about if there is a project that you have won, if there is a new project that's on board, or if you have completed a handover, or probably you had a team celebration in office. All these things can become the content for your LinkedIn company page. And one good tip I can give here is when you post something on the LinkedIn company page, share that post with your everybody in the office, not just your client winning team, everyone. They can all engage on those posts, request them to comment, request them to repost it on their LinkedIn profiles, because it's all about getting more eyes on those posts. So get that done, so that it's all about even one new person sees that post. You never know if that's the right person seeing that, it might make a huge difference. So the more people share it, the more people are going to see it. It's a very simple principle. And even the company page can also have case studies. It can have everything more, little bit more on the formal side and aligning with your company's brand voice. We also talked about what kind of content your project winning team can post, and you can also guide your general team members, not just your winning team, the others as well, on how and what kind of content they can also start posting. I have seen a lot of founders, they're very insecure, and they don't like, sometimes they are not very comfortable seeing the team post more often, because they think that, oh my god, if they start posting more often, somebody is going to grab my team member and go. I don't think we can hold on to a team member for long. There is everybody needs growth. So if the company is not able to provide the kind of growth they want, they might go off. So if you are letting them grow in their own pace or in their own styles, what happens is, one is they're growing. Of course, when they grow, they're contributing to the growth of your own company as well. At the same time, your company is also getting the visibility out of it when they start posting. So don't take it as a threat. I would always say take it as a positive thing, so that your company is also getting more reach and they're also growing with you. So that's a better way of taking it. Again, different people have different opinions, but this is what I felt. And I've seen the companies that let those employees have that kind of freedom, they grow much faster and they have a very good team culture because there's no fear. They're not sticking together out of fear. They're sticking together out of their real love and passion for the job that they're doing. Now let's come to the next phase 4, which is daily outreach and relationship building. So this is for your project winning team. Okay. So on top of creating content, ask your team or set as a target for your team plus yourself as a founder to set 30 minutes every single day on LinkedIn. Okay. So what are they going to use this 30 minutes on LinkedIn for? One is to start commenting on 5 to 6 posts on other people's profiles. Preferably if they can comment on the employees working in the 100 dream list of clients that you have created. But there are times that you might not find enough accounts to post because they might not be very active on LinkedIn. Not all those companies might be actively posting. That's okay. So the first priority is that if not, you find more accounts from your similar industries to comment, right? And do that at least 5 to 6 posts per day. Next is, of course, the update, which is their own posts. So that is what they're going to spend a bit of time on, creating their post. Or they can batch create it once a month and schedule it for the whole month. At least they need to post 3 times in a week. And the next part is the outreach, right? Reach out to at least 10 new people every day. Again, these 10 can be, the first priority is from the list of companies you have already created. So this outreach includes a few different steps. One is you can only reach out to people who are already connected to you, right? So one is getting connected to these people. So visit these companies' pages, the 100 list of companies you created. Visit those pages and visit those pages and send them the friend request. And once they have accepted, then you start sending the message. And when you start sending the message, it's not the sales pitch you're sending to them. It should sound more like general conversation. So you start with, hey, how are you? Thanks for accepting our connection request. And then you wait till they reply. Some might not reply, it's okay. And when they reply, then you starting a conversation depending on, so like few of the things that we do for ourselves is if they have posted something recently, sometimes we might talk about it. Hey, I saw you post about it, even I thought the same. Or if you have a different opinion or if you want to add to it, you can add. So that's how you start rapport with people. And if they have commented on your profiles, you can actually thank them saying, hey, thank you for supporting on my post. Thank you for liking my post. All these can be good conversation starters. And then over a period of time, you can also ask them out for a coffee. Can we catch up for coffee sometime? Or if it's a more formal, more bigger company and you're talking with the procurement department, you can directly also ask them, hey, you know what, we have done, like you can do a research on what kind of projects that company might be looking for. And you can say, we have done these kind of projects. We are experts in these areas, and we want to start working with your company as well. Could you please let me know what is the procedure for vendor registration with your company, right? Because most of the well-established companies, they have a vendor registration process. There's a pre-qualification to be done. Once you have cleared this, only you start getting the inquiries from those companies, right? So the first step is, of course, that. So some companies might say, no, we don't have a vendor registration process. Whenever we have projects, we send out the inquiries. Fair enough. But there are some companies who might have. So if that is there, your first step is to get that cleared, right? So you can take out the conversations in different ways that way. And then it's all about staying in touch with them so that when they have inquiries, that come to you as well. So once a while, you can again reach out to them and you can say, we're just checking if there's any new projects coming on board. We would love to give you a quote on it. Or, so that's the way, but it's all about that visibility and getting in touch with them on the right time. And why I say you need to be posting regularly is also because your friends are going to see. Friends means the people who are connected to you on LinkedIn, right? And these are your clients, your prospective clients. So once you are connected to them, them, they are likely to see your post and you are staying in their memories even if you are not calling them or messaging them every day. Every time they see your post popping up on their feed, they remember you. So when there's a requirement, they will come back to you. And also when you reach out from a very blank looking boring profile, people are not likely to respond to you. But whereas you have a very active profile where you're talking genuinely about industry topics, they are more likely to respect you, and they will not see you as somebody who's a sales pitch or a salesperson, but they'll see you as they will actually be respecting you for the kind of posts you're doing. So they're very happy to talk to you, and they don't treat you like somebody, oh, this guy is coming to sell me something. No. So that attitude changes. So now I've covered the phase 5 as well here, which is your vendor registration, pre-qualification. So all these things are part of the phase 5 that you need to do as part of the outreach. Once you start the outreach, you move to the phase 5 where you do the vendor registrations, pre-qualifications, and all those, and some of them you can even get into a discovery call mode, either online or in-person coffee catch-ups. So these are all what happens in your phase 5. Now, once you have tested out this, once you have started getting pre-qualifications done or discovery calls booked or coffee meets booked, you know the process is working. Now it's all about scaling it. So the phase 6 is scaling. If once you see this is working, then invest into systems that can make sure these are being tracked properly, like every day. Like if you're 3 of you doing the outreach in the team, you probably need to have a proper CRM system that is tracking how many outreach each one of you are doing every day, how many messages are you sending, how many posts are you doing, how many comments are you doing, tracking it and making sure they are being checked every week or on a weekly basis so that everything is on track. And from there also you're tracking the leads coming in, follow-ups that needs to happen. Create a complete sales system using a proper CRM system, and this makes sure that your system is working. So initially it's about the first 90 days is about setting it up and testing it out. Then the last phase is scaling by creating proper systems for your team to follow. And as a founder, you might not want to be doing this every day because now you have tested out the system, it's working. Now you can hand it over to your business development team. You just need to make sure weekly you are monitoring it, monitoring the right KPIs and making sure the team is doing it. And this is being scaled every month. The leads are increasing. This needs to keep happening. So the 100 list we created, it can become 500 list, 1000 list as the system scales up. So that's all for today. This is how you can build a complete marketing engine for your B2B fit out projects. If you have any questions regarding this, comment below, or if you want us to cover more topics in depth like these, comment below and we will be making sure to do more videos on this topic. Until then, please make sure to like and subscribe to our channel.